How you doing, guys? It's Richie. All right, we got some Superman Action Comics. This is issue 595. John Byrne. This came out in '87. I was in high school and had just gotten my driver's license. So it's been a while, but I wasn't reading this in high school. I didn't like DC all that much. I was a Marvel guy. Except for, I did like The Dark Knight Returns and The Watchmen. So I did read some DC. So this is John Byrne's run. I don't remember how many issues it went. The Ghost of Superman. So the Silver Banshee. This is her first appearance, I believe. Great opening splash page. John Byrne. I like the panel on how the body sticks halfway out. Keith Williams inking. Story by John Byrne. Coloring by Tom Ziku. Lettering by John Costanza, who did a lot of lettering back in the day. All right. So it's John Byrne. Now we got this character. She's walking through a construction site and they're catcalling her, and she decides to drain the life from one of these guys. Excellent panel. And so distinctively John Byrne. Great storytelling. I mean, I love the old school paper, newsprint. She walks into a bookstore. Now she's looking for a book or some type of paperwork or something. And sure enough, she does the same thing to the guy in there. She grabs him and steals his life force and turns him into a husk. So cops get called. Nobody knows what's going on or who this person is. Look at this, Ziddles. OxyClean, remember that stuff? I never had to use that in high school. I had decent skin. I don't even know if it works. Anyway. So they call in these guys, and I guess they're like special equipment guys or whatever they are. Metropolitan Police, maybe they're like the A-team type in the police department. So they come after the police. She goes, "You got it, pasty face," the woman calls her. And sure enough, she grabs up one of the guys and does him in. That's a great panel, great coloring. Love the way it gives that energy look. So another one down. The woman starts firing. Is that Lana Lane, maybe? I don't remember. It could be. So she goes after another one, grabs another one, and she can't kill this one. "You do not die. You are a Superman." And then here he comes. He swoops in. Superman. And they're going back and forth, back and forth. And she goes to grab him. Superman thinks he's quick and grabs her hands. But it's not the touch that kills. It's her voice. I guess that's why they call her the Banshee. And she says, "All mortals are fools. You are also a fool, Superman." And then you get this great splash page. That would be a great original piece. And she lets him know, "It's my voice, it's not my touch." That's a great page. Like typical John Byrne. Master cartoonist. So they call it into Lois Lane. It's Superman. He's been killed. Batman hears it on the news. All these years he seemed like immortal, almost like a god. We've got to do something. More than that, Batman. Something must be done. And what is this? Smurfs, Fraggle Rock. This is like a blast from the 80s. Remember, for the older people, do you remember the little Smurf figurines? They were hugely popular in the early 80s and mid 80s. Like hundreds of different kinds. I wonder if they're worth anything these days. My mother used to buy them. She must have had 100 different ones, little knickknacks. That's funny. So, Lex Luthor was freaking out because he wanted to be the one to kill Superman, not some B-rated villain. Superman was meant to die by my hands. It's not fair. And he's throwing a little hissy fit. So would this be like the first death of Superman? I don't know. I'm sure there's been a few others. Hello, Lois, Perry, and they're at his funeral and he's encased in glass. And then all of a sudden there's a ghost, like his spirit comes from him. Another cool splash page. Superman, Great Caesars. Beware, Silver Banshee, your time of judgment is at hand. So she's still rampaging through bookstores. It's not here, I'll never find it. So she's looking for something. You are Jimmy Olsen, a newspaper called Superman's pal. Well, Superman's not here to save you. And here comes the ghost. And she's in shock. Like, how did he survive what I did to him? It's no good, Banshee. You can hurt me still. But even you do not have the power to kill a ghost. It's funny, I could smell the smell from this comic book. It's got a strong scent, old school comic book smell. And just more great panels. And the ghosts. And this really makes you feel like she's screaming, struggling, just the way he built this figure. It looks great. Man, John Byrne really was a master. I really miss him in comics. That Fantastic Four run. When I was a kid, that must have started around 82, 81. I was young, 10, 9. Reading that, I loved it. So, never, never. Not while there's still breath in my body, breath to do this. So then she really unleashes a scream on them, trying to kill everybody. And she blows out the building. But they don't actually show her dying. But they say she's dead. So maybe she just blew out all her energy and just disintegrated. I don't know. So then it turns out Superman still is alive. And they're like, what's going on here? How's your ghost? Martian Manhunter was the ghost all along. So they're talking back and forth about the Silver Banshee and blah, 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 blah. And then we go back here. He is alive. Unfortunate. I hoped his potential interference had been eliminated. Lana, are you ready to commence Phase 9? I am. The march of events is now set. By this time tomorrow, Superman will be with us, or he will be helpless, or he will truly be dead. On sale in 2 weeks. So Byrne was putting this out twice a month. It's a pretty cool cover. I mean, it is what it is. I wouldn't say it's a great comic. No, you can't miss it, but it's comics in the 80s. They were geared towards teenagers and kids, and pretty cool pages, couple cool splash pages. First appearance of the Silver Banshee. So I figured we'd just take a look. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks.